Hello, SoSickNASHFAN back, and this time we are doing Miyako defensive training. Miyako has been a terror in the meta since the beginning of time, and she still is a terror in the meta. And I see a lot of people, have complained about her, they struggle against her defensively, and I wanted to make a video, especially because my defense is pretty top-notch against the character. I've had good success even in tournament against the character a lot, and my defensive options and choices that I pick are really good. So I kind of want to just cover some of those options to try to help out players in defending Miyako, and hopefully it'll help you have a better matchup and a better time fighting the character. So first and foremost, Miyako's cross-up elbow is the start of all offense. Like, if she hits you with the cross-up elbow, you feel pretty defenseless. She can just rinse repeat her offense, and she can basically steamroll you. So first and foremost, I'm gonna show you a couple of things. If Miyako does like something very basic like that, a lot of Miyako string into cross-up elbow. I'm gonna show you something. So that was the H. I ended with a C or a H or whatever you want to call it, but I ended with a heavy, right? So if I'm holding shield, it's gonna autocorrect. It's gonna autocorrect no matter what, right? So like, let's do it again, right? So this time I'm gonna hold it down. Miyako, hit me, please. Okay, there we go. So that time I held it, right? But she hit me because she added some delay in her cross-up elbow, right? Right. Okay. So I'm gonna show you something else. So this time I ended with a L, right? So this time I ended with an L. I'm just gonna hold back. It's auto blocking for me. If Miyako ends in any L or medium attack, so a A or a B attack, she's going to be put in a situation it's going to auto block for the opponent. If they're just holding back in the block string, it's going to auto block. So I'm going to hold back again. You see that? I'm just holding back. And I'll turn my inputs on just so people can see my inputs as well. I'm just holding back right here, and it's auto correcting. So let's try. I ended with a B, right? Same thing. I'm holding back, and it's just auto-correcting my block. I don't have to switch over. And because of that, it's going to always auto-correct your block if they do a light or a medium. Now, yes, they can always add some delay in it. So they can add a slight pause, like something like that. But, again, guess what? It's going to still auto-block. It's because the light and mediums with Miyako can be auto-blocked if you're just holding back. Now that does add a layer of Miyako could do Stomp and hit you for holding back. Well, the thing about Stomp is reactable. Like, you can definitely react to Stomp. It just comes to the player's reaction time. But you can definitely even fuzzy the Stomp in general. But the thing is, if you hold down back, you will get hit. It won't auto-correct it for you. But if you hold back, it will auto-correct the block for you. So you'll be good in that regard. Yes, this has been known, but no player does it because I don't think they actually have labbed the situation at all. I think that they know it exists, but they haven't really labbed it, which is something very important to lab because it's a whole nother layer. It adds another layer to what Miyako would have to do to open you up. But let's go back to the heavy situation. So the heavy situation, if I'm holding shield down, it'll auto-correct for me just because it gels me into the block stun. So if she adds a delay, I'm going to get hit because my shield will go the opposite way. Something like this. And then I'm going to get hit because I'm holding down my shield. So first and foremost, when I fight Miyako, my approach to Miyako, I actually shield cross-up elbow on reaction. Like, when I see the pause of the cross-up elbow, I shield it on reaction. You gotta think. Shield is one frame. Frame one, it comes out. So if I'm trying to block her cross-up elbow, I'm probably gonna get hit because of the way cross-up elbow works, how fast it is, and human reaction time. However, a human could react with a one-frame button. It's literally one button. So the whole time I'm blocking her, I'm hovering my finger over the shield button because at any moment in time, the moment I see some delay, I'm going to shield. Like that. Like, if I see the delay, I'm going to shield. So, no matter what, even if she puts it at any point in time in her string, I'm going to shield based on the delay. And once I see that elbow animation, I'm going to press shield because it's one frame. I can't miss a one frame move. If I try to block that, I could be late. I could be late by so many frames, and I'm going to pretty much get clonked in my head, which is not fair to me when I know the elbow is coming and I feel like I might have blocked it. There's no point to block it when you can actually shield it. And like I said, 1 frame. Why would I not shield it? You know, it just wouldn't make any sense. So I'm going to shield to eliminate the option of the cross-up elbow. So now the next thing, a Miyako, if I'm going to cross-up elbow, right? As a Miyako player, I'm going to BC if you shield me to basically be safe, right? So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to BC out, right? Right. So because I'm going to do that, as the opposite player, I'm going to say, hey, like the Miyako, I'm shielding their elbow every single time. They BC every single time. Well, guess what? If you didn't know, now you know. BC can be punished by a BC. If I see your BC, if you have a BC habit, and I BC you back, that is a punish. It will say punish. So, now, what I'm going to make Miyako do is I already got her on cross-up elbow. So, when Miyako cross-up elbows, she's going to BC, right? Right. Okay. Let's try it again. The timing is so weird, especially doing it in training mode. Why is she not? Oh, no meter. Exactly. Okay, that's why. I was like, what the hell? Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's do this again. So she's gonna BC, right? The key is when you shield the Miyako, know that their only option is to shield back or BC. Those are the only options that they have. So because you know this, all you have to do is put them in a situation where they want to BC and you can BC them back. Punish, right? That's literally the meta. Meta is BC to get out safely. However, BC is not as strong as it might seem, because if you BC their BC, that is a punish. You get a free combo, and then they have to, you know, worry about the options of choosing BC because it's a more risky option rather than always a get out of jail free card. So now that she would be thinking a lot more about BC, the only other option that she can do is reshield. So reshield would be super risky because, I mean, at the end of the day, you eat a fatal throw. Now, fatal throw, depending on your character, could be a much better thing, or it could be an okay thing. Depends on the Oki or the combo that you get off of your throw and positioning. However, you could also combo them based on if they like to stand shield right there, or if they like to crouch shield. So you have to make sure you know what type of shielding habits they have, because it all comes down to habits. And a lot of players have a bad habit of BC, and you force them to BC, and then you BC their BC. So, with that being said, also saving your moon drive for situations of Miyako's offense is pretty key. I think, like, if you don't have the option to freeze the screen and see what's going on, sometimes it can be tricky to defend all of her options. However, when you think about it, let's turn that off. When you think about it, if a Miyako did something as simple as that, if I have moon drive, I can immediately just punish this character with the invul frames. So Miyako would have to have enough moon meter to moon drive me back after that activation if she does not want to get punished. Other than that, she's going to get punished. So because I know this, I might save my moon drive just for situations like that to be able to activate, see what's going on, and assess the situation. Same thing in the corner. If she was going to do the running overhead, same thing. I could just assess the situation. So instead of getting hit right there, I can, you know, put myself in a situation to shield, or I can put myself in a situation to block the running overhead. But by being able to freeze time and see what's going on, you put yourself in a pretty advantageous situation. Now, Miyako can use Moon Drive to counter your Moon Drive, but then both of y'all are basically at more of a neutral situation of, you know, do I uppercut, do I not uppercut, do I throw? Like, at that point, it's just basic MeltyBlood type Lumina. which is much better than, hey, I'm guessing every few seconds of the match and I just don't know what to do. And lastly, being able to burst with one bar is going to be the key. Sometimes I see players with like full sticks of butter. They'll have 3 bars, 2 bars, 1 bar, whatever, and Miyako will just be on top of them, mixing them up, beating them up all across the map. And I'm like, man, if you just burst, you will set her back to neutral. No Miyako player wants to go back to neutral. They just want to stay on top of you and gorilla it out. However, if you have 1 bar of meter, why not burst? Yes, option selects do exist in this game, but you cannot option select every single situation. Sometimes a Miyako might jump at you, and guess what? You can burst. Sometimes, like, especially, like, if I'm in the corner and, you know, Miyako is doing all this jumping, I might just be like, hey, I bursted, you know? And then I'm back at neutral, she's away from me, I have another chance. Or, same thing, if she's like stringing you and she goes for a cross-up elbow, you know, you just burst her away and you're in a situation. Yes, she can option select you. There are options where she can do, you know, shoulders, she can moon drive it before your activation of your burst. Those are things that you're going to have to force the opponent to do to take it to a whole nother level versus just keeping it at layer 1. The whole point of this is to make the Miyako think twice about doing basic layers, to make them go to layer 2, make them go to layer 3, make them overthink their offense, and that way you can get out. That is the key to beating Miyako.